Jason, you said something recently to me that I wanted to hit record on, and it was about in this environment, in this real estate environment with rates going up and being very volatile and going up rapidly, it's scary for buyers. And you have a great working thesis of who should be ignoring these high rates and taking advantage of what the high rates are creating an opportunity for certain buyers. Expand on that for us.
Yeah, I immediately go back to the group of people that struggled the most during COVID when we had ultra low rates, and that was the low down payment buyer.
Right.
3% down, 5% down, especially if you needed some help with closing costs, right? We were on the wrong side of appraisals lagging actual sale prices. And
That's
now
right.
we have the opposite scenario. We have this beautiful scenario where, unfortunately, these rates that are scaring people off have also severely decreased competition.
Right.
Houses that would have gotten 6 offers are now getting 1 or maybe none the first
or
week.
waiting on the market. Yeah.
Yeah. So that buyer, the 3%, the 5% down buyer, even the person who really wants to buy in a neighborhood they can't afford, where you could get closing costs paid now and have $20,000 left to do some work on a house that you couldn't have bought last year because it would have put you over the limit and you would have had no money left to do the work. So
kind of the cash strapped buyer
exactly
is one who can break through, get some closing costs negotiated, get a buy down negotiated to kind of temporarily get into last year's rate, or not last year's rate, but this spring's rate.
Right.
And, build in some temporary affordability and build a bridge into a future that we both agree includes a refinance opportunity. I think
Absolutely.
A lot of experts are saying that rates are expected, once inflation starts moderating, we're going to see rates come down and come down rapidly and maybe come down dramatically. We think it wouldn't be unreasonable to expect rates below 5% at some point in 2023. And what do you think is going to happen in the market when the rates go to 4.75?
Competition's going to come flooded back, and these same buyers are going to struggle again.
Right. So that 3% down buyer who couldn't buy when rates were at 4.5, 3.5, there was 10 offers, and they were like, well, I can't go 100,000 over. I can only go 20,000 over, and I need you to pay my closing costs. That offer is not getting accepted. That offer is getting accepted today.
All the time.
All the time. So you go ahead and you take advantage of the market that's letting you break in, grab that house. And you mentioned another thing, saying that you thought that like a good first-time home buyer house that you could buy for $375 today appears to be quite a bit larger than it was 9 months ago.
Absolutely. The amount of 1,000 square feet homes under 400,000 is, I mean, it's got to be 5 to 1 of what it's been for the last 30 months. It's just shocking where that line has kind of come down. And most of the people I know that are first-time home buyers, again, we're all just trying to catch that moving train. We're just trying to get on it. So to stay in a place like that for 3 to 5 years, the impact on your life and your ability to buy the next thing down the road, it's just staggering. So just begging those folks to stick with it and get in the market. And if you're there, stay and make offers and see homes. There's just a really tangible benefit to that buyer. And it's not, is this a better time to buy than some other time? This is a pass fail, right? Like, weren't able to be successful previously and now can.
Right. And then it is scary. And the problem is that the impulse for that buyer will be to wait until it feels better. And that's the exact wrong time to jump back in the market, because then the competition, everyone else is going to be coming out at the same time too. All your competition is feeling the same way. You have to have a better plan. You have to have a better, bigger vision for how this is going to work for you. Break on in. Take advantage of this moment. Inventory is still a problem, will remain a problem. for the foreseeable future, that's not going away. What's happening is the buyer pool is shrunk because of the people. If you're listening to this and you're one of these buyers we're talking about and you're afraid, that's why the buyer pool is shrunk. If you can pop out and say, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to go ahead and buy this house. Once rates go down to 4.75, you're no longer competing to buy. You're refinancing the house you already bought, and it's going up in value because the competition is also going to probably buoy prices even more when that happens.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Jason, I love this idea. Thank you for clarifying it for me and for all of us. And all right, we'll talk again soon.
All right. Bye, guys.